Hello, Thao. How are you doing today?
Hi.
Well, first, even how funny it is that for this conversation we're having, we're using the exact same medium and app that you used to make the video in the first place.
It is pretty funny. Since we made the video, when I log on to a Zoom thing, it's pretty embarrassing to be this bad at Zoom having made a video on it.
Yeah, we definitely learned a lot on the job, I think. I think I had 2.5 days from the green light of this new concept until we had our first rehearsal. I just locked myself in a room. And because, this was totally new for me. I have never directed or choreographed for a Zoom grid. So I had to just lock myself in there and figure out what was gonna work, what would be work visually with the grid. And I really think we just had to fully lean into the limitations of the grid. Instead of looking at it as an obstacle, I just tried to embrace it. And I don't remember that time very well. It was just no sleeping. Oh, here was the big challenge. So no one had the same view of the grid. That was difficult because the dancers couldn't see the shape they were making. So I had to, one by one, explain like where the arm needed to come out. And it was just super tedious. But that's, extra props to the dancers for being able to pick up on that.
I'll say that there were a couple things where I was supposed to be a part of that group choreography, but what's harrowing is making a dance video with professional dancers and you are not one.
So tell me a little bit about how, when the original Phenom shoot could no longer happen, devising an entirely new routine.
The song to me is about people coming together against injustice. So I really wanted to reflect that by having, we have the individual moments where each square is kind of its own stage, but then it becomes one stage, like especially in the part where the single body where everyone becomes one. And I am an old phenomenon.
The song itself lyrically is an imagining of a near future dystopic world. So then to actually translate it to Zoom, where you can embody this frustration and this restlessness and this helplessness because everyone is trapped within a grid and we're literally trapped in our homes and we cannot enact the kind of justice, or we cannot correct what is happening because we don't have that power. But then to imagine a time when we do have that power, it fit the grid and this inability to connect in real life.
From the original concept to the one we ended up making, I wanted it to feel in your face and real. And we were just trying to make the best video that represented the song in the best way, with the means that we had, which was Zoom. I think people are reading it that, it's about right now, but it's really about the span of history. I think my perspective of what I can achieve has expanded. This whole experience has opened my mind of what kind of thing I can make happen.
Working with it now within the pandemic and working in a digital realm, I'll say we've been quite heartened and really encouraged by the reaction. It was a very sweet reception and response. C'est bon, Joe.